So this week we are giving away a tactical beard tamer hygiene bag and also a winter patch. Stay tuned to the end of the show to find out how to win. Welcome to the Blue Ridge Bonfire, the official show of Blue Ridge Overland gear. I'm CT.
I'm Matt.
And
your temporary fill-in sitting in the chair here.
Yes. Hope you guys had a fantastic Valentine's weekend. Hope you bought lots of flowers for your significant other. Had a great time. This week we got a bunch of what's new. We're going to talk about the events. We're going to have Matt answer some questions since Matt is here. We're going to read a bunch of your comments from last week. And then, of course, we've got the weekly giveaway and some BROG gear releases, so let's jump into that. Last week we released the headrest Velcro panels in Coyote and Gray, so if you've got seat back panels in Coyote or Gray, now you can get headrest panels to match.
They can match, that's exciting.
Yes.
We need to color coordinate, you know what I'm saying?
For over the next couple of weeks, we've got a video coming out on trail creepers, and then the week after that...
I love the name Trail Creeper, I just gotta say, I think that's really funny.
He was thinking about changing it, but we're like, no, Trail Creeper's so good, and it's stuck, so we're happy. The week after that, we're doing a walk around that we shot of Chris Cordis's Diesel Excursion. Chris Cordis is he's like a full-time overlanding blogger, photographer guy, and he lives out of that vehicle. So
Works for Overland Journal, I think, and Expedition Portal.
Yeah. But yeah, he lives out of that full time, so that's going to be a really interesting build. And then as of this recording, we passed 14,000 subscribers on YouTube. So welcome everybody to Brogville. It's good to have you guys.
There's 14,000 of you out there? Holy crap.
I know. And Matt, since I've got you here, when will we see more videos in the Overland trip planning series?
Hopefully soon. We're hoping to get a couple more of those done in the next week or so to kind of walk through, kind of finish that thing out.
So that wraps up what's new and on to events. The next upcoming event is Bushcraft 2020 down in Georgia. That's going to be March 27th to 29th, so just over a month until that happens. Matt, you've actually been before. Can you tell us a little bit about what it's like?
It's warmer, for sure. I've been a couple times. It's a really fun event. They do a lot of training stuff, a lot of skills building stuff. It's really a pretty neat event to attend. There's a lot of neat stuff. They do like fire starting contests and all kinds of fun things.
If there's any upcoming Overland events that we haven't mentioned, let us know in the comments below. So that wraps up events. And so then, Matt, we've got some questions just for you since we've got you here. So Gladiator addicts, everybody asks again and again, Gladiator addicts, is it even possible? Have you looked into this? What have you learned?
Yeah, so we've looked at gladiators a few times and what we can do to the interior, and we have some interior ideas. But part of the problem is the way that the roll bar is set up. There's no crossbar in the back, where in the Wranglers there's actually a crossbar that would be behind the passenger's head that kind of leaves it as a stopping point to hold stuff in. So in the Gladiator, that doesn't exist, and there's no real great attachment point, so the attic actually leans downhill and the stuff wants to fall out the back. So at this point, it's pretty difficult to put an attic in a Gladiator, although at some point we're going to get one in and kind of work on some other interior pieces for it, and then maybe we'll get lucky and figure something out, but I don't foresee it happening anytime soon. Or not in the next day or two.
It's not for lack of trying. We will continue trying. All right. So a bunch of people asked about partner steel stove bags, people that have the two burners in the 18 and 16 inch size. We only make a bag for the 22. So Matt, what do people do with those smaller two burner partner steel stoves?
So the slick thing about the 18 inch stove and the 22 inch bag is that basically the 18 inch stove fits kind of front to back. Left to right, it's a little short, which actually gives you really nice storage for propane tanks and stuff like that, other miscellaneous things. So you've got kind of 4 inches of storage in there. 4x12 pouches drop in there really well. And in the 16 inch 6x12 pouches drop in there really well. So you can kind of add stuff to the bag. We've had a lot of people using it like that. I'm sure CT's got some really cool photos.
Yes. So Brad from High Viz sent us some pictures of how he kitted his out that way. So we just thought that was really cool, and we wanted to share it. Alrighty, so that wraps up the questions for you, and that brings us to reading the comments. Last week we asked you guys what your favorite Overland vehicle was, and we got some fun responses, so we wanted to read through those. So we're seeing lots of Jeeps and we're seeing lots of 4Runners. We're gonna do a tally at the end and we'll see who's the winner, so stay tuned. Jason B. Holler said a Subaru Brat.
Gotta love a Subaru Brat. I mean, if nothing else, you need to take it out and jump it for fun, right? I mean, if anybody has a Subaru Brat that they'd like to jump, let me know, because I'd really like to jump one someday. And you got the 2 seats facing backwards. I mean, that's awesome. That is seatbelt the kids in the back, wind in the hair. Holy crap, that'd be awesome.
Moon Possum said the one that is paid for.
I like that. I like paid for vehicles. I can get behind that. And the name Moon Possum is awesome. Just saying. Thumbs up.
A Sprinter van 4x4. Love it.
Have one.
2020 Ram Rebel, which I guess is the new Ram truck.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Full-size trucks are kind of intriguing me recently.
I don't know the slightest bit about overlanding or overland vehicles, but I'd love to see some of y'all get your hands on the Tesla Cybertruck and see if you can make a sustainable overland vehicle.
That'd be interesting. Absolutely. I kind of prefer stuff that takes at least 2.5 gallons of gas. That's my normal mode of operation, whether that is lawnmowers or golf carts. I prefer things that require at least 2.5 gallons of gas.
My 2018 F250 is my favorite overland vehicle, but I'm working on an 05 Tacoma project, and it's going to be sweet.
Yeah, again, full-size trucks I think are pretty intriguing to me. Give you a little more room. Not that I travel with 5, so it's looking at trying to cram 5 people into a taco seems a little tough to me. Although I did have a brief love affair with a taco with a flatbed on it, and that was pretty kitted out. It was in our booth this year at Overland East. My wife is totally fell in love with the vehicle, trying to get me to buy it for the last 3 or 4 months. So we'll see what happens.
She hasn't been successful yet, but she'll keep trying. Is that what that is?
She's working it really hard, and she didn't get it for Valentine's Day. I'm just saying, I probably missed out on a good opportunity there to
win some points.
To win a lot of points, yeah.
Oh man.
Points. But anyway, sorry.
Axe Overland said, my favorite Overland vehicle is my diesel right-hand drive 2009 Jeep JKU. Just got back from a great trip to Wales, and it continues to impress me.
It's not even fair. I mean, don't even say stuff like that. If you're in America, we can't do that. We can't do any of that. I mean, it's like saying, I really love my unicorn. I mean, I don't even know what to say. So we should all ride unicorns. It'd be great. It just makes me feel bad. I feel.
They don't even sell like diesel Jeeps here, do they?
No, right-hand drive diesel Jeep. It's a unicorn. We're all riding unicorns. It's shit and rainbows. It's gonna be awesome. Pooping rainbows, sorry.
All right.
I love that you have one. I'm bummed out that I can't.
Miss Wayward.
We're starting over again. No need to panic.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody stay calm.
Miss Wandering Wayward Life. Love our 2003 Ford Excursion for camping, but would love to have a 4x4 E350 Ford van.
Man, I really would like an Excursion too. So if you decide to sell it, let me know. I've had an Excursion craving lately.
It's true.
And I could totally the E350 van I could totally get behind too. But I have a big van, so an Excursion would rank pretty high on my list at the moment.
Well, here was one that was a little interesting.
Okay,
all right.
back. Sorry, you're not getting skipped.
This one I was actually curious about.
You're going to be funny.
So Kid Goku said, Mercedes diesels break, and servicing one can be super expensive. But I love the vehicle layout. I've always liked Mercedes-Benz, but their vans are in high demand, so their prices are way up there. Waiting lists are months out. Price tags are well over $100,000 for diesel and 4-wheel drive. And he says go with like a Ford van to like save on cost. Is any of that true?
Geez, I think we should have skipped this one. So I think the new Ford van that it's supposed to be coming out in 4-wheel drive will be really interesting platform, because there's a Ford dealer everywhere, which means you should be able to get parts and get it repaired. And I will admit that I have to drive a bit if I want to go to the Mercedes dealership. I do have one close. I have a shop close by that most of the time will works on most stuff, so I'm pretty lucky in that regard at the moment. I will say it can be a little costly to work on, and the Ford should be should be better than that. Now, the key to the whole conversation is, if you have $100,000 to spend on a 4-wheel drive diesel Mercedes van, call me, because I'll totally sell you mine. And I'll save you a few bucks on it, because I would sell mine for noticeably less than that. So I'm just saying, if you're heading that direction, send us put in the comments or something. Hey, I'll buy it. It is for sale in that price range, or even a chunk below that price range is for sale.
I love that this just turned into like buy-sell, like BROG buy-sell trade.
Well, I'm just saying, if you've got an excursion that you want to throw into the deal, I mean,
just sweeten it, sweeten it.
We can get there. I can get there. I kind of like different vehicles, so I wouldn't mind trying something different.
So I tallied it up, and the winner...
Sprinter van.
Well, first I'll start with third place was Tacoma with 3 votes. Second place was 4Runner with 5 votes. And the most commented favorite Overland vehicle was Wranglers and Rubicons at 7.
There was Russian collusion on this one for sure. I don't know what happened, but I don't even understand the math. I don't know. Not enough van people out there. I don't know what you guys have done, but for sure, this election has been influenced. This is a poll.
This poll
has been influenced by the Russians.
All right. Yeah. I mean, granted, that was a little unfair because I put anything that said Wrangler, Rubicon, or JKU or whatever kind of into one pot.
It's the Russians.
Okay.
It's the Russians.
All right. So that wraps up your comments, and that brings us to the BROG gear releases. So we just wrapped up the limited run on the 1-burner partner steel stove bag. So that ran for 2 weeks and ended on the 12th. So we have new Dometic fridges on the website. These are the new CFX3 line. So some of the key things on these new fridges is that they have built-in battery isolators, so they won't completely drain your battery. And then they also have updated compressors that can run at varying speeds to be more efficient. And the 55 model even has an ice tray compartment that like super fast freezes ice.
Yeah, the speed freeze, whatever they call it.
New fridges up on the website. If you're looking for fridges, this is the place. And remember, if you buy them with us, you guys get 5 cents back on every dollar towards future purchases with the BROG Rewards program.
Right.
Yeah.
You could buy a fridge, and then you could get something pretty cool for free at that point, I guess. Huh?
Yeah. Pretty much earns you another free product. That's going to be a pretty good deal. All right, now until the 27th, we are running double points on snatch strap recovery kits. So that earns you about total of about $17 worth of points back for you that you can use on a future purchase. So until the 27th,
wow.
Double points on snatch strap recovery kits. All right, so that wraps up the BROG gear releases, and that brings us to the weekly giveaway.
This is it. We're giving this away. This is so I didn't get to say anything in the beginning, but this is like one of the pieces of kit that I actually use a lot. And one of the slick things about this is I end up rolling mine up and folding it down like this, and then I hang it in my, like, have it sitting up like this and kind of carabiner it up and sitting on a shelf, and then everything's in it. And then when I'm done, I just fold it back up. I just fold this thing back up, so it works like a little shelf for me when I'm going down the road. But that's honestly one of my favorite things about it, is that I can leave it open like this, so I can see everything, grab it, use it, shower, do all that kind of thing, and then bam, it goes right back in there. Stuff it back in there, roll it up, and you don't even know what happened.
All right, so to win this, leave us a comment down below. Let us know what your first vehicle ever was, and tag a friend, and you will be entered to win the Tactical Beard Tamer. We will pick a winner from Instagram or Facebook for the giveaway. All right, so the winner from last week is on Facebook, Andrew Breen. Congratulations, you won the blue Cook Kit bag. If you guys like this show but you don't have time to watch the video, you can check this out as a podcast called The Bonfire Show. Find that wherever fine podcasts are found. As always, leave us a comment down below. We would love to hear from you, and we'll see you next time.
Don't look at it for where fine podcasts are found. That's not the place. I don't know where the unfine podcasts are, but
the regular ones.
Yeah, maybe
the generic podcasts.
I don't know. There's got to be a place for the rest of them. The fine ones, I'm sure, have a spot, but the rest of them, like this one,
just out there.
Yeah,
you know.
You have to go. You have to
really hunt around.
Yeah. You gotta swim through the water.